I'm a firm believer that to make a great game, you really need to make something that you love. Obviously, you want players to love it as well. You really need to make something for yourself and your team first, and then bring other people into it as well. And so I started off with like, what do I love? And I kind of looked over the stories that I've really loved over the years, and I realized that most of them are kind of anchored in the real world and then extrapolate into sci-fi or fantasy. So let's start with our real world, and let's introduce something new. Let's just start off with spirits are real. We'll start off with that. It's a pretty basic one. Spirits are real. In this case, let's start specifically with elemental spirits are real, and they're the invisible hand of nature. We can't see them, but they're what causes the rain to fall, fires to burn, wind to blow, and so on and so forth. That's nature for us. That's the real world. It's just invisible to us. You know what? Humanity's going to screw it up. What's going to happen is that somebody's going to find these creatures. They're going to figure out how to capture and commoditize them, and they're going to sell them to us, and they're going to make a fortune off of that. And so in this fictional world of ours, that has happened. That happened in the past. And some guy basically figured out how to do this. He captures these elemental creatures, and he builds a corporate empire on their back. So I always like to use the example of this light bulb above me. That light bulb has a lightning elemental that's trapped inside of it. That's what causes it to work. And when the light bulb burns out, it's that the elemental that's trapped inside of it is depressed and no longer doing its job. And so I, as a consumer, throw out and get another one, because that's what we do. And so it gets back out into the world, and by itself, it's not a big deal. It's a lightning bug in a field. Over time, as this is happening millions of times a year by all of the consumers, you're starting to see these elementals, these depressed, broken, corrupted elementals build up in nature. And nature starts not working properly anymore. And you're starting to see storms happening where they didn't used to. Areas that were previously beautiful become deserts. Earthquakes happen where they didn't. Volcanoes erupt. And players get involved because we have what we call these ancient elementals that are lords of the elemental realm. They're the ones that kind of direct all the other elementals to make nature function. And they reach out to special people in humanity that we call seekers. They're more sensitive to the elemental world. And so the ancients reach out and they find these seekers and they appear to them and say, we need your help. Humanity is messing up both of our worlds. If I give you power to see the world as it truly is, if I give you the ability to use my powers to help out, will you help fight back this corruption? And so the seekers accept that. They bomb these elementals. They take on their powers. They literally step into the elemental realm and push back against this corruption. So that's kind of the basis of the narrative for the story that we developed around.